Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and hopefully we feel confident in using our reasoning tool to connect our claim with our evidence and to create that reasoning section that really connects the two in order to show how the evidence supports the claim. As of now, we have explained how our evidence supports the idea that our space pod had collided with our space station, that its velocity had changed during its normal docking procedures, and that had led to this collision. Now we're going to use some of that evidence to now explain kind of what's happening after the collision, or more importantly, what the velocity of our space pod and our space station look like now that they have collided with one another. As always, when we finish this video, make sure you come back and you put your X in the reasoning tool where you feel you are and call me in if you're in the middle or bottom rows, just so we know what to do moving forward. That being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. So up to now, we know that our space pod didn't act the way it should have. It collided with our space station. And now the question that we're going to be looking at is, how did the pod and the space station have that crash? And more specifically, what did their motion look like after? So when you dive into the reasoning tool, you're going to start by looking at three specific claims. Claim 1, Claim 2, and Claim 3 are all about the motion of our pod and our space station after they collided. So Claim 1 says that the pod is moving faster than the space station, meaning after they collided, they're now moving in opposite directions, and the pod is now moving faster than the space station. So it has a larger velocity in the opposite direction. Claim 2 is that the pod and the space station are moving at the same speed. So they have equal velocities. And then we have the pod for Claim 3 is moving more slowly than the space station. So in all three situations, the first one, space pod is moving faster than the station. Claim 2, they're equal speeds. And then Claim 3, the station is moving faster than the pod. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to pick based on what you know about collisions, okay? Based on what you experienced in the simulator, based on what you experienced in our experiment with our different objects, what do you think would be the best claim for what is happening with our objects after the collision? So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual reasoning tool itself. So when you get into the reasoning tool, they're going to give you this piece of evidence, or this set of evidence, I should say. Obviously, the first one is that the pod mass was 1,100 kilograms. We know this. This was from our earlier reasoning tool. But we also know that the space station was 415,000 kilograms, give or take. 400 there. So this evidence here should hopefully help us connect to one of the three claims you pick. So first off, you're going to decide, based on what I know about collisions, which of these claims would be the best or would be best supported by this evidence here related to the mass of our two objects. So the first thing you're going to do is pick a claim, and then you're going to write your reasoning section here. So when you get into the actual Amplify page, it's going to look a little different. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You're going to see our three claims, 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to see the evidence that we just showed you, and then we have our this matters because and the therefore. So what we're going to probably want to start with is our claim. Which one of these do you feel is best supported, okay, by your evidence? And you'll start there, okay? So therefore, the pod, ... You'll pick which one. Okay, maybe you pick number 1, maybe you pick number 2, maybe you pick number 3, whatever it may be. Next, you're going to come in here, and this is where the reasoning section matters the most, okay? You're going to need to you're going to need to pick how you're going to go about connecting your evidence to your claim. And you're going to start, obviously, with this matters because ... And you're going to help explain what's going on with the evidence that connects to the claim. Pulling in some of that important information, those key concepts that we looked at when we were with our simulator, that we looked at with our experiments. And then obviously when you feel you have a complete answer here and you're done, you'll hit that hand in button. So at this point, folks, if you have questions, pull me in, or something's not sitting right, or you want to go over something, call me in. Let's look at it together. All right. Otherwise, put your X into your survey, and we'll see how it goes. Good luck.